Is Neom the future of cities or just an expensive desert dream? Welcome to Neom, where the future is now. Experience our flying taxis, robot maids, and artificial moon. Wait, what? Did that ad just say artificial moon? Hey there, fellow internet wanderers. If you're scratching your head right now, don't worry, you're not alone. Those slick ads about a mind-bending city called Neom have been popping up everywhere. And today, we're going to unpack this $500 billion sandbox in the Saudi desert, the visionary prince. So, Neom, it's the brainchild of Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, or MBS as he's known when he's feeling casual. It's part of his grand plan to drag Saudi Arabia kicking and screaming into a post-oil future. But is it a visionary utopia or just a very expensive mirage? MBS isn't your typical prince. He's more likely to be seen in jeans and a blazer, rubbing elbows with Silicon Valley bigwigs than in traditional royal garb. He's been on a mission to rebrand Saudi Arabia, throwing money at tech companies like it's going out of style. Uber, Boeing, Facebook, Disney, you name it, he's invested in it. But Neom, that's his crown jewel. The line, a city of the future. Let's start with the line, Neom's masterwork. Imagine a city that's 170 kilometers long, but only 200 meters wide. Everything you need is within a 5-minute walk. No cars, no pollution, just a futuristic paradise nestled between two giant mirror walls in the middle of the desert. Sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, doesn't it? But here's where things get interesting. Remember that 170-kilometer-long city? Yeah, turns out it's going to be more like 2.4 kilometers. That's a 98% reduction, friends. I guess you could say their ambitions got puts on sunglasses, cut short. And it doesn't stop there. Neom promises a ski resort in the desert, because nothing says eco-friendly like making snow in one of the hottest places on Earth, right? Flying taxis, check. A giant artificial moon, you bet. Robot maids. Finally, someone to judge my life choices silently in binary. The human cost. Now, I hate to be a buzzkill, but we need to talk about the human cost of this futuristic wonderland. Thousands of locals have been forcibly evicted from their homes to make way for Neom. It's like a really messed up game of SimCity, except with real people. One tribal leader, Abdul Rahim al-Huwaiti, even lost his life protesting the evictions. He posted videos online, desperately trying to save his home. His reward? He was shot dead by Saudi authorities. That's a pretty steep price to pay for someone else's utopia, don't you think? And it's not just al-Huwaiti. According to human rights organizations, at least 47 other villagers were detained for resisting evictions. Many were prosecuted on terror-related charges. Of those, 40 remain in detention, with 5 on death row, all for the crime of not wanting to leave their ancestral lands. The money pit, Neom's price tag, a staggering $500 billion. That's enough to solve world hunger a few times over. But instead, we're talking about a giant mirror in the desert. And while foreign investment has been cautious, it's not just about the money. Saudi Arabia's reputation, including incidents like Jamal Khashoggi's murder, has made investors wary. For 2 years, foreign investment in Saudi Arabia stalled, but is now slowly returning. Déjà vu, the ghost cities of the Middle East. Here's a fun fact. Neom isn't Saudi Arabia's first rodeo when it comes to building cities from scratch. Does anyone remember King Abdullah Economic City? No? Well, that's kind of the point. Launched in 2005, it was supposed to rival Dubai. Today, it's home to a whopping 7,000 people. That's about 0.1% of its projected population. Oops. And it's not just Saudi Arabia. The Middle East is littered with ghost towns dreamed up by oil-rich rulers. In Turkey, there's a city of 732 identical Disney logo-like castles, all abandoned. Iran has empty skyscrapers surrounding Tehran. It turns out that if you build it, they will come doesn't always work in urban planning. The challenges: sand, sun, and skepticism. Building Neom faces huge environmental and social hurdles. Keeping a 500-meter-high mirrored wall clean in a sandstorm-prone desert is a massive task, and finding enough water is another. The idea of using renewable energy to power an entire city, especially in a place as hot as Saudi Arabia, is mind-blowing. Then, there's the question of lifestyle. Convincing people to live in a single line challenges our natural desire for space and freedom. The future, miracle or mirage? So, what's Neom's fate? A groundbreaking urban future or just an expensive desert dream? That's the $500 billion question. Neom's grand ambitions may sound like high school glory days, flashy but yet to deliver. In a few years, we might be zooming in on flying taxis or gazing at empty, shiny buildings in the desert. Either way, Neom's story is one to watch. So, what do you think? Is Neom the future we've been waiting for, or just a really expensive mirage? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Who knows, maybe next time we'll be broadcasting from our luxury apartments in the line. Until then, keep your feet on the ground and your head out of the artificial clouds.